What's up, everybody? Game Pack right here. It's Goodwill's Customer Appreciation Week, which means we're going to have 3 straight days of thrifting and an extra large edition of Hunt and Haul. So, as I mentioned at the start of the video, it was Goodwill's Customer Appreciation Week, which in my area means on the second Tuesday of every month, if you spend $15, you get 15% off, $20, 20% off, or $25, you get 25% off. Plus, if you spend at least $15, you'll get a coupon for 20% off that's good the entire day on Thursday of that week. And you can use it at as many stores as you like. So, as you can see, I take full advantage of this almost every month I can. So, I've got a lot of great stuff to show you. Let's get into it. First of all, at one of the first Goodwills I went to, I found this really cool lenticular Darth Vader wall art. I've been a huge fan of lenticular pictures, artwork, since I was a little kid. I have a bunch of trading cards, pogs, all kinds of different things. And I'm a big Star Wars fan too, so thought this was really cool. Also at that store, let's start in the front here. I have not been able to test it yet. I don't have the power adapter, but I found a mini PC. It's a Dell mini PC for $3.99 before the 25% off discount. So I figured that was a pretty good price for something like that. On a related note, found a Dell power bank for laptops. It was a bit more expensive at $12.99, but they retail for over $100. So that was another really nice find. Got a AV cable for PlayStation 2. And grabbed a toy bag, which has some pretty cool stuff in it. It has a plush of Spike from the old Nickelodeon show Rugrats. A couple Sonic the Hedgehog LCD games from McDonald's. Not sure if the batteries in these would still be good, but still cool. A very cool, what would you even call this? Zen Homer, maybe? From The Simpsons. There's a few random, like McDonald's toys. Oh, speaking of which, found yet another Super Mario movie McDonald's toy. So as I mentioned in previous videos, one step closer to a full set. Oh, and there's a little bendable Pokey from Gumby, if anyone else is old enough to remember that. Afterwards, went to the nearby Salvation Army store and found this Funko Fabrications Boba Fett figure, new in box. That was $4.99. And picked up a pair of DVDs. First of all, I've got Ernest Saves Christmas, which is one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. And this was only $1.99, and it is basically brand new. The disc is flawless. The case looks great. That was a cool find. And then found Pokemon Adventures in the Orange Islands, the complete set, which does have all 3 discs. And that was only $2.99. After that, went to the next town over and went to their Salvation Army. And at that store, I found one of the Pixel Pals light up figures. Where is the power switch? There. So this is Harley Quinn, and it does work. That was $3.97. And then, as you saw in the video, I found this little Grogu figure for $4.97. But what I didn't realize is this is actually an animatronic figure. So let me go ahead and turn him on here. And then if you touch his head, there. That's pretty cool for under $5. Afterwards, went to the Goodwill in that town, and I found several laser discs. Hopefully you can see these. So picked up, they had a ton, as you saw in the video, but I picked up 6 of my favorite movies, including Blade Runner, the director's cut, Eraserhead, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Road Warrior, Romancing the Stone, and John Carpenter's The Thing. So, If you're not familiar with laser discs, they're essentially the precursor to DVDs. It's just kind of like a giant disc. But I like them because you can put them in record frames and use them as display pieces. Okay. Afterwards, I don't believe I've covered it in a previous video, but recently one of those treasure hunt stores opened up in my area. They're the ones that have the bins just full of random merchandise, and every day of the week the price decreases. So I believe the first day it's $8, and it goes all the way down to $1 on the final day before they close to restock. So I was there on the second to last day, which would have been Tuesday. So everything was $2, and I ended up finding a Thomas Kincaid Mandalorian puzzle, which is actually new in the bag inside and has a poster. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I am a huge fan of speeder bikes as well as the Mandalorian. I have a big speeder bike collection, so I definitely wanted to grab this. And then this is a little bit silly, but I found a stack of fake $100 bills. Not sure if it is visible in the video there, but it says for motion picture purposes, but they look pretty close to real money. So I thought that was fun for $2. Then, on my way home, stopped at one more Goodwill and ended up finding the Jurassic World Scorpius Rex from the Camp Cretaceous series. That was only $1.99. And then got a fairly large toy bag, and a lot of it is just kind of generic little animals and dinosaurs. But what I thought was really cool is it had a full set of the Jurassic World Snap Squad figures. These would be the Camp Cretaceous ones. And there's the Carnotaurus. So these, first of all, were really hard to find when they were supposed to be in stores, and these retailed for between $5 and $6 each, and I got the entire bag for $4.99 before the discount. So that was definitely worth it. Also grabbed the Back to the Future soundtrack, which it's kind of funny. So I was listening to this on my way home, and if anyone's familiar with the Back to the Future cartoon series, the theme song to that show is the song Back in Time by Huey Lewis and the News. And the next day I was at another thrift store and they were playing the song on the radio. It was just kind of really weird timing. And finally I grabbed a game. What is this? A game of cat and mouth. So it's a kind of fun pinball style competitive game from the makers of Exploding Kittens. That was so it was a green tag at $3.99, but green tags were half off. Plus, I got another 25% off, so it was under $2. And finally, so this is day one, mind you. On my way home, I stopped at my local Target, and I found the Marvel Legends Zombie Scarlet Witch figure on clearance, 50% off. So I wouldn't really consider myself a big collector of Marvel Legends. I bought a few sets over the years. I got, I believe, one of the Venom movie series and then some of the Deadpool figures. But I was a huge fan of the Marvel Zombies comics back in the day. So I really like the figures. Also found the new Birdo figure from Jax. And then finally, I stopped in my local Five Below and found an RC Mandalorian speeder bike for a whopping $5. So again, this is a great addition to my speeder bike and Mandalorian collection. Alright, so that wraps up day one. Now into day two. First of all, I stopped at Sparrow's Nest, and I didn't really find anything too interesting there, but while I was looking at the DVDs, I overheard some employees trying to determine what language a kid's book was. And when they walked by, I saw that it was Japanese, and it's essentially like a Japanese Beauty and the Beast coloring book. And, you know, the employee said, oh, okay, you know, we're probably just going to throw away, so you can have it if you want it. And then they put his tag on it, free book. So got that for free. After that, went to Goodwill in that town and got to go with the stack of fake money. I got a money launcher. So this was tagged $4.99, but pink tags are half off, so it was only $2.50. And then these are definitely non-official products, but I thought they were kind of cool. It's Mario and Luigi. They're those like bubble wrap, or bubble popping, what do you call them? Fidget toys, I suppose. So they were $2.99 each, and I looked them up. They sell them on Amazon. I think you can get the set for like $15, but got both for less than half. Just thought they were kind of cool display pieces. And then, surprisingly, with the VHS, I found one of the old Nintendo 64 promo tapes that I did not have. I thought I had a full set of them, but I've never seen this sports one. So picked this up for $2.49. Then grabbed a bunch of movies. So they're a little expensive at that store, but whenever I find obscure horror stuff, I kind of can't resist. So first, I found the Diary of Ellen Rimbauer. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is a prequel to the Stephen King movie Rose Red, if you're familiar with that. Also grabbed Lord of Illusions, the Clive Barker movie. So this one's also on Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is out of print and crazy expensive. So figured a couple bucks for the DVD works for me. This one I had never heard of, but it sounds really interesting and had pretty good reviews. It's called The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips. And then found another Stephen King movie that I haven't seen yet. It's Stephen King's Silver Bullet. And finally got a sealed copy of The Shawshank Redemption, which I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I have not seen before, but I will be taking care of that soon. I'm going to watch it this weekend. After that, went to Savers and considered quite a bit of stuff while I was there, but ultimately ended up putting 99% of the stuff back, with the exception of this bed sheet, which I actually had when I was a child. So I was really, really pleasantly surprised to see this again. It was a little pricey. It was $6.99, but I had a $2 off coupon, so I ended up getting it for a little under $5. Then cruised over to the next town over, went to their Sparrow's Nest, and picked up a couple toy bags. So first of all, this one, they were both $1.50 each. This one had a couple Ninja Turtles things, but what I thought was kind of cool is it had several of the Super Mario Connects figures. So there's 3 complete Bowsers, a few more parts for Bowsers, a Mario, a Gold Mario, and then a few of the Ninja Turtles Mega Bloks figures. I really like this Slash, as well as a Lego Toy Story Alien minifigure. The other bag here had some random baseball figures, a couple of Minecraft Lego figures. Oh, there's also a, would that be a zombie? And 2 more Disney minifigures. I got Peter Pan and Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And then a whole bunch of these little random mini dinosaur figures. So let me get these out of the way. Bear with me here. Okay, and then near there's another Salvation Army store, and cruised over there and only found one thing, but it's pretty cool. Got a giant Pokeball pillow. It was only $3.99, so pretty cheap for something this big. Then last stop on day 2 was another Goodwill, where all I ended up picking up was this Nightmare Before Christmas Sing-Along Edition Blu-ray. So I already have the standard edition, but I thought this one was kind of neat because it says it has 2 versions of the movie, the original as well as a sing-along version with lyrics on screen. So it's It's one of my all-time favorites. Thought that was cool. And then finally, today, day 3, when I had my 20% off coupon, went back to some of the Goodwills, and at the first store, as you saw, I found a couple Star Wars figures. We got Finn from the new trilogy, and Kanan from Star Wars Rebels. And then I found this Disney Sidekicks board game, which it was $4.99, but again, green tags were half off, plus I had 20% off. So got it for a little over $2. And this is 100% complete. After that, went to another store that I haven't shown before in videos. It's called House of Hope Resale. And I don't get to go there very often. They have very strange hours. I think they're only open like 3 days a week for maybe 4 or 5 hours each day. So it's a little tricky. But it was on my way today, so I stopped in and found this Yokai Watch Whisper figure for $2. And if I can figure out how to turn him oh, here. You can see his mouth lights up,
Step right up
and he talks.
my arm for a game of fortune.
Pretty cool. So I haven't played the games yet, but I watched a little bit of the anime and read some of the manga, and I really like yokai in general. I lived in Japan for a few years and visited the yokai street over there, so that was a cool find. It's still going, sorry. Also found this Littlest Pet Shop birdcage set for that was $3, and this is one of the originals from 1994 by Kenner. And as you probably saw in the video, I found this toy bag for a whopping 25 cents. So it has a random plastic crab, a generic toy truck, and a street shark. I couldn't believe it. So this is, I looked it up. It's a pool, I don't remember the name. It's some kind of pool playing Ripster. So I recognize Ripster. I just wasn't sure about this variant. But it looks like he sells for anywhere from like $30 to $45, and I got it for $1/4. I mean, how jawsome is that? Alright, and then just a few more things to go here. Stopped by Salvation Army again today, and only found one thing, but it's pretty cool. It is, if I can get it open here, a Mario Kart DS pillowcase. So it's double-sided. It's got Mario on one side, Luigi on the other, and that was only 99 cents. Then went back to Community Threads today, and they had these 2 4-packs of Choose Your Own Adventure books for $3.99 each, and this one's actually sealed. And then you probably saw in the video I picked up the Goomba wearing this toad hat, but what I didn't realize is they were actually priced separately, so I opted to just get the toad hat. But this is pretty cool. And then, finally, one more bonus pickup for this week. Got another thing from Target's Haul-a-thon. The Spider Gremlin. So I have wanted one of these things since the first one came out about, gosh, close to 10 years ago, but they were just so insanely expensive on the secondary market. So once these popped up again for regular price, I just jumped on it. I haven't had a chance to open it up and set them up yet, but from the pictures I've seen online, this thing looks incredible. I'm really, really happy to finally have one. Okay, so that is everything for this week. As you saw, it was quite a bit. Again, if you want to let me know in the comments if there was anything I missed, anything, you're wondering why I picked it up, or, you want to mention something about it, please let me know. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.